Hi guys, welcome back to my Xvious guide. Now I'm gonna review Warrior of Light Bartz. He is the most powerful true dual wield characters at this point. Okay, so let's compare him to Radiant Lightning and Zeno. And for attack boost, maybe it is not that amazing because he only gets 150% attack boost, but only 10% difference. I can care less about that. And for true dual wield boost, he gets 100% true dual wield. And but you must to equip his Trustmaster, so that means he gets 150%. So the good idea is to equip second Hermes sandals, okay? Because right now, from what I can remember, the most affordable true dual wield booster are Hermes sandals and Lightning dual form. Lightning dual form give you 100%, so it's kinda 50% wasting, okay, or waste. So simply equip second Hermes sandal, and at that time you have 200% true dual wield, which is same like Zeno, okay? But Lightning, she needs Bartz Trustmaster reward because she only gets 150% true dual wield with dual form, okay? So yes, as a true dual wielder, he has true dual wield. And the good thing about Bartz is he has 100% attack buff permanently, okay, at the start of the battle. Maybe you say, what, only 100%? It is so low because Zeno get 250%. Remember that this buff is not dispellable. You may say again, but Zeno casts that buff every turn, so he is great, right? Yes, Zeno is great, okay? And for 7 stars, but he has 100% wind resist. Whoa, very useful, especially on the Scorn of Glacial, because you need wind resist on that battle, okay? The thing that I don't like about Bartz is he only has sleep and confused resist. So yes, he vulnerable against paralyze, petrify, stop, and charm. But yeah, you can handle that simply by bringing ailments buffer on your party. And I think that's all the important thing you need to know about Bartz. But his latent abilities are already available since from the release, unlike Radiant Lightning. So it is very good because his passive latent ability is fatal damage protection. You will see later why this is so important. So if you use 7 stars Bartz, make sure you get his latent ability ASAP. Okay, so enough about stats. Now let's talk about his abilities. So for Bartz, I think he's great. He is really great, okay? I said he is better than Zeno and Radiant Lightning in terms of damage, but the downside is he needs a setup. So one of the sample of rotation, his rotation is on the first 3 turns, you need to use Gain, Job level 2, 3, and Master. Those are insane, guys. Why I say insane? First, yes, it may be waste 3 turns without doing any damage, but the effects are really good. You get 200% all stats buff, and those are indispellable. How's that not amazing? Let's say you got Berserk, you can freely use Dispel or other Dispel ability on Bartz, and he won't lose that stats buff. Oh, very good. And his latent ability is also good, okay? Needed for boosting his abilities damage. So if you use 3 turns gain job, on the 4th turn you can combine your fragment or his latent ability with Dancer Sword Dance, and finally on the 4th turn you finally deal some damage. You use your Dancer Sword Dance because you want to get 120% Wind Imperil. I assume you already equipped Wind Elemental weapon on your Bartz, okay? If you don't have it, then you need to imbue himself with his other abilities, okay? And on the 5th turn, finally, you use that dual Spell Blade, his cooldown ability. It is available on the 4th turn, so you cannot use it on the 1st turn. So I don't think it is a bad idea if you don't use Dancer Sword Dance. I mean, okay, you can use dual Spell Blade, but you don't have Wind Elemental Imperil. Okay, and this dual Spell Blade is really nice, guys. It deals 77 times wind damage, and that means with 120% Imperil, he deals 169.4 times damage. It is almost close. It close to Zeno maximum damage per turn. And finally, on the 6th turn, you can use your Brave Blade. Okay, your Brave Blade is really insane, guys. You can deal 209 times damage, and counting the 120% Imperil, you deal about 459.8 times damage. So, wow. Simply wow, okay? It is much higher than Zeno maximum damage burst. Sure, if you see the average damage, maybe it is not that special, okay? Because like you can see here, the total damage he deals within 6 turns is only 629.2 times damage. And like you know that Aloha Laswell, within 6 turns, he also able to deal 585 times. So yes, Bartz is better, but not big, okay? The difference is not big. But for damage per turn he can deal, the potential is absolutely insane, guys. Whoa. Within 1 turn he can deal that 209 times. Also, yeah, this is not a chainer topic, but I just want to say now Sid is really amazing because I have calculated that he can deal 260 times damage within 3 turns. Whoa, insane. But Sid need 2 chainers, while Bartz doesn't need that. Most characters are able to do obliterating mirror of equity, absolute mirror of equity chaining moves. So Bartz can get partner really easy, okay? So I must say here, right now, you can see the damage comparison. Bartz is the most powerful true dual wielder on the game. Okay, damage per turn, insane, and total damage within 6 turns, he is also the champion. Okay, but yeah, maybe you ask me why you don't use his LB on his damage rotation or abilities rotation. My answer is because his LB doesn't add any damage boost to his Brave Blade. Sure, you get 3 times damage modifier to Dancer Sword Dance and Dual Spell Blade, but unlike Lightning and Zeno, those 2 abilities don't have 50% ignore defense. That means, yeah, increase 3 times, they only increase 3 times. They won't be multiplied by 2 times. Okay, it is still big. I don't say it is bad, but remember that my calculation based on that without limit burst, because it doesn't add any value to your Brave Blade. Basically, I think Bartz is the burst damager. Okay, you need to wait until he can use his Brave Blade. On normal turn, you wanna use his Dancer and Sword Dance. Okay, and when you're ready to deal finishing move to enemy, then use your Dual Spell Blade, and on the next turn, use Brave Blade to finish the enemies. Such as when you want to prevent some nasty threshold attack. Maybe you want to burst the enemy from 30% to 0, you can use your Brave Blade. Okay? And other things Bartz can do is, yes, he can buff your party win and orthosis by 100%, which is useful when you need it, but it has long cooldown, but the duration is only 5 turns, so maybe it is not that reliable. And he also able to entrust your LB, his LB gauge to others. This is useful. Let's say you have Irit as your healer, then Bartz can help her, because Bartz has 150% faster LB rate, so he won't have hard time to gather his LB crystals. And like I said, I don't need his LB to boost the... I don't think his LB is needed because it doesn't boost Brave Blade damage. Okay, and the next, he can chain with Graviton Cannon, but it is not his strongest point. If you bring Bartz, then you should search for someone who able to use Absolute Mirror of Ubiquity, not making him into Graviton Cannon Chainer. That's kind of stupid. So enough about abilities, let's talk about equipment. So Bartz able to equip, yeah, maybe all type of weapons. I don't count, but almost all, if not all. But you need to equip sword, because without sword you will lose 50% attack. Okay, so the secondary weapon, I think, yes, you know that I'm a big fan of Great Sword, so of course I will recommend you to equip Great Sword or Katana. Depends on what weapons you have. You can also equip Fist Weapon if you have strong Fist Weapon or STMR Fist, whatever. Okay, but remember, if you want to save your turn on the battle, then remember to equip him with Wind Elemental Weapon. You can equip Kaiser Knuckles, or I forgot the name, okay, but Wind Sword from the Atli Trust Mastery Word. Atli, not sure how to spell the name, okay? And finally, that's it. You can see the screen very easy. Simply focus on true dual build and attack stats. My conclusion for Bartz. Bartz is really straightforward character. He is a pure attacker, like Zeno. For Lightning, you can use her as a breaker, and she is a good one. She is a good breaker, I mean. And yes, Bartz also has highest burst damage per turn, almost twice of Zeno damage, 171 versus 400. I forget. Okay, 400. Yeah, if I'm not let's see. Let me see. Yeah, 459.8 times damage. Okay, so yeah, sorry Zeno, it's Zenover for you. Okay, Bartz also able to impel 120% of Wind Element, so it is a new age. Back then, everyone able to impel 50% or Ladu Defy Ruination. And then we move to 75%. And then we move to 100%. Zeno, Esther. But now we are on the 120% meta. So maybe the next meta is 150%. Not sure. Let's just wait. But yeah, 120% is good. Same like Lightning Imperil. Yeah, very stupid name. And yeah, the only thing I don't like about Bartz, okay, it is very big weakness. If he dies, then you need to waste 3 turns to use his Job Master again to get full damage boost for your Brave Blade. And 3 turns are long, especially on tough battle. Maybe you don't have time to use them, okay? You want to kill the enemy because the enemy has, yeah, other than threshold, sometimes the enemy has nasty timing attack. On that kind of battle, Bartz maybe can annoying because he needs to have a lot of save up, but that's also safe for Zeno, and Zeno is more complicated, I think. Okay, and the best in terms of complicated or not, then I think Lightning is still the best because you simply need to use her cooldown ability, 2 cooldown ability, Limit Burst, and then Relentless Assault. Very simple. So Lightning, that's her strongest point. Simple and nice damage. But yeah, Lightning compared to Zeno and Bartz, Lightning is the weakest in terms of bursting damage. In terms of average damage, Lightning is still better than Zeno. But Lightning damage, maximum damage per turn is about 154 times. For Zeno, 171. For Bartz, it is 400. So, wow. Insane, guys. Okay, if you don't have Zeno, if you have holding your Lapis from the past, then I can totally recommend you to get Warrior of Light Bartz. Okay, really, really good character. And for your info, maybe you want to say for CG Onion Knight. CG Onion Knight Yeah, probably he is better, but from what I see, there is one problem from CG Onion deck. Maybe that's not a problem, okay? His main chaining move is Stardust Ray, but I also heard Stardust Ray will become another meta after Absolute Mirror of Equity. So maybe I can say that Warrior of Light Bartz gonna be the strongest Absolute Mirror of Equity chainer on the global for a long time. Maybe 3 months, not sure, okay? So yep, I think that's all you need to know about Warrior of Light Bartz. Congratulations if you have him, and I wish you luck if you want to pull him. Bye bye guys!